South Indian have even more opportunity and potential to get the rank because they know English very well.
400 marks out of 600 marks. What is your next plan of action?
You calmed me down to such extent that I started studying. So I'll always be grateful to you for that. The way you explained SM, it entirely changed my perspective towards the subject because my faculties were more towards making us memorize the concepts. But you were explaining everything with so much examples. I still remember that six-pack, family pack, body pack, all the examples which you gave.
How did you study the practical subjects and how did you study the theory subjects? Did you have any strategy for that? Happy day, guys. In our season 3 today we have a really interesting guest. I have Amirtha Varshini with me. Let me just tell you what she has achieved right now. All 6 subjects, 60 plus, guys. Yes, her total is 400 out of 600 marks. And welcome Amirtha Varshini for today's podcast.
Thank you so much for inviting me, ma'am. It really means a lot.
Yes. And the first question for you is 400 marks out of 600 marks. I'm sure there was a lot of hard work, lot of dedication. Did you aim for a rank?
Yes, ma'am. I was aiming for a rank. I was also aiming for All India Rank 1. But unfortunately, in the last month, I just stopped believing me that I will even score a rank. So in the end days, since I was not believing, I was unable to get the rank. But I had in my plan that I had to get the rank. That's why I aimed for both group itself.
Okay, that's the reason why you aimed for both the groups itself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you are also juggling between your college and the classes.
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing BCom Professional Accounting from regular college. I had my college from 8 to 1 and after that I daily go to library. I had a very strict routine that when my class ends on 1, I'll I'll take a 15 minutes break, I'll have something and at 1:15 every day I'll be there in the library. Then I'll study there till 5:30. Then I'll come home. I'll take some break and again I'll start studying.
Till what time in the night?
I'll study till 2 or 3 in the night.
2 or 3 in the night?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is effectively about 8 hours of study along
ma'am.
with college?
College and classes.
College and classes.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
super. So you had the recorded lectures with you,
Yes,
correct?
ma'am.
So how did you split that time? Because just watching the lectures maybe it might give you conceptual clarity, but that retaining capacity only if you keep studying the same thing again and again. So did you also have like a study time for the lectures, study time for yourself after the lectures? So how did you split
Yes,
that?
ma'am. Every day I will complete my lectures and I had a dedicated slot of 2 to 3 hours for revision. This is on daily basis. Then on every Sunday, I'll not take any new topics. I'll only revise whatever I did earlier. And for completing the revision, I did not wait for my lectures to get completed. If I completed one chapter of law, I started revising that chapter. If I complete one chapter of tax, I started revision of the chapter. And also I had taken 17 months for preparation. I completed my foundation in December 23 and immediately I did not wait for results. I started preparation for inter and from Jan 2024 to May 2025 I had around 17 months and I have divided it into 2 parts. In the first 12 months I'll only focus on conceptual revision. I'll not separately spend 1 month or 2 months in the revision. Then in last 5 months I have reserved for revision MTPs, RTPs and PYQs.
Okay, I see that you had a solid plan.
Yes,
and you
ma'am.
have put that plan into action as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Now coming to the subjects, Amirtha Varshini, did you have few favorite subjects? I really like these subjects. I know for sure I'll get 70s, 60s in the subject. And your least favorite subjects?
Yes, ma'am, I definitely had them. Accounts was one of my favorite subjects. Costing was my favorite subject. But the subjects which I fear the most are audit, SM and law. Especially I was afraid of audit.
Yes, I still remember before the audit exam, I think you sent a message to me, and that message was a huge paragraph where you said, I think I will flunk in audit, ma'am. But you scored 61 marks in audit, am I right?
65, ma'am.
65 marks, sorry. 65 marks in audit. Why did you have that fear before audit exam specifically?
Mom, my costing exam went really well. I came home, checked the MCQ answers, and I got really good confidence. Then descriptive also I did well. So that day I have wasted fully thinking that I was in a different level. So I just focused more on, like, I was so happy and enjoying that phase. And at night, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I got the realization that I have like 11 chapters of audit and I don't have time for that. Then I got so much stressed, and immediately the person came to my mind was Niveda ma'am, that is you. So I texted you saying, ma'am, I don't remember anything, I didn't study anything. Like I scored, like I'll definitely clear group 1 and I'll score exemption in costing, but audit I'll definitely flunk, I don't know what to do. Like I just texted a big paragraph to you, and I did not expect any reply. I texted you at 2 a.m. in the night, and within 5 minutes I got a proper response saying it happens with everyone, not to worry. So that even the faculties from whom I took regular classes might have not replied me and guided me at that time. But I'm from a random girl from YouTube, but you took the efforts and replied me at the 2 a.m. in the night, that and you calmed me down to such extent that I started studying. So I'll always be grateful to you for that.
Thank you so much, Amirtha. Actually, at that point, I do not know that you have seen me on YouTube, because there were so many messages. So, and obviously the next day is audit exam. I had
Yes,
to be available for all the students. So only that was in my mind at that point. So coming to the classes, you obviously took regular classes somewhere
Yes,
else,
ma'am.
and you had seen that 10 days extension of war which I had given. So
Yes,
how
ma'am.
was that helpful? How was that journey with the CA classroom?
I didn't expect that the exams will be postponed. So, but unexpectedly the exams got postponed, and I was clueless what I have to do. So, SM, I did like in the last month in April, I just focused on group 1. So, I forgot everything of the group 2 which I studied. So, especially I forgot everything of SM. So, in the 10 days, I just watched each and every lectures of WoW Pro, the concept revision section, and the way you explain SM, it entirely changed my perspective towards the subject, because my faculties were more towards making us memorize the concepts, but you were explaining everything with so much examples. I still remember that six pack, family pack, body pack, all the examples which you gave, that star BGC matrix. So the way you teach SM, it is mind blowing, and nobody can teach SM in such a manner with so much examples. And that if we even remember the examples, we can easily ace the exam. That was the main advantage which I got from SM. And talking about audit, there were many difficult chapters like chapter 5, chapter 9, this and all I didn't cover in my regular classes also. So in those 10 days I focused on covering those topics, and the way you explained Caro 2020 with that story, that was really, really helpful for me to remember each and everything.
Thank you so much, Amirtha. I'm so glad it helped students all over. The next question is, you studied both groups, correct? That is
Yes,
6
ma'am.
subjects. Not
Yes,
many
ma'am.
students even opt for that. What do you have to tell to the students who are going for 6 subjects? And not many students, especially if you see in South India, they don't even aim for a rank.
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you have to tell them from your side? Because you are somebody who aimed for the rank.
Yes,
Whether or
ma'am.
not you got it right now, I'm sure in CA final you will get a rank.
Thank
But
you, ma'am.
I want you to tell something from your experience. Is it possible for South Indians to get ranks?
Definitely South Indian have even more opportunity and potential to get the rank, because they are more like, they know English very well, and knowing English itself is a great thing to write the exams. And secondly, most of the South Indians are not aiming for rank because they are afraid to write the both groups. And the main thing here is they don't have the proper guidance. Even though they don't know Hindi, they start purchasing classes of North Indian faculty just because their friend recommended. But if they are watching this podcast, I'm sure that they might be knowing about the CA classroom, and I'll definitely recommend them to purchase classes from the South Indian faculty itself, because they will be comfortable with them. They know the language, they know everything. So I'll suggest them to purchase South Indian faculties instead of relying the North Indian faculties from whom they don't know Hindi. Like, the first thing is. Secondly, I'll suggest them to take the risk of giving both groups, because in Jan many of my friends wrote exam, and most of them passed because of set off. They got 145 in the group 1, and they got around 170, 180 in group 2, and they passed just because of set off. Had they given group wise, they might have missed the marks in the aggregate, and they have to repeat their attempts.
Correct.
So I would request them to try both groups. At least I'll not suggest the repeaters. If you're the first attempt student, then you should definitely go for both groups and try at least once.
Got it. Super. So we've spoken a lot about subjects, studying,
ma'am.
the number of hours studying, and all of those things. But yesterday I had this call, Amirtha Varshini. It was like a meetup with all students just to understand what were their problems and all of those
Yes,
things.
ma'am.
In that, most of them spoke about distractions. The biggest distraction is social media, scrolling, and YouTube shorts, and all of those things. Did you also face that? How did you overcome that?
Yes, ma'am. In the initial stage, after completing my foundation, I was overusing Instagram. So I had this addiction, but I shifted instead of installing the app in Instagram and using, I used in the Chrome. And in Chrome, if you will be scrolling, only the 4 reels will be coming, and then it starts loading. So you'll automatically lose the interest. You'll not be able to upload stories. You'll not be able to reply to the stories. There are many limitations when you use Instagram from the Chrome. So it eventually helped me to reduce this habit of using Instagram itself. So I tried this method. This really helped me. And talking about sometimes if you're not having the self control, what we can do is we can entirely eliminate the Instagram. So if we just forget everything, like forget Instagram for 4 or 5 days also, we will eventually get the habit of not using that. So if we have the self control, we can use Instagram through Chrome, because anyway we are going to hate it. If you are not having the self control, we can definitely use it from the app. Like we can definitely eliminate that totally.
That's amazing, Amirtha Varshini. And I've also seen that you've channelized your energy and time for the social media to LinkedIn.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
how did that transformation happen? And I also saw that you have 15,000 followers on LinkedIn, which is a huge deal for this age especially. How did that transformation happen? When did you start your LinkedIn profile? How did that interest come there?
Ma'am, I didn't have any plan for being a LinkedIn creator. I randomly got my CA foundation results, and I saw on LinkedIn that everybody is uploading that. So I randomly started uploading that result, saying I'm grateful to all my teachers, and I just uploaded. And in the first post itself, I got around 5,000 impression, and it really motivated me to upload further. Then second one, I wrote about the mistakes which I did in my foundation, and again it reached 10,000 impressions. So in the initial kick which I got from LinkedIn pushed me to write content on LinkedIn. I started creating content on LinkedIn. I usually post every day or on the alternate day basis, but because just before 2 months of the exam, I completely stopped everything, and now I have resumed.
Oh, very nice. Actually, I've started learning about LinkedIn very, very late. In fact, after I became a chartered accountant is when I started creating content on LinkedIn, and I'm still in that journey. I think I should take tips from you in
Thank you,
that
ma'am.
area. Did you have a proper support system, Amirtha Varshini? Who was your biggest cheerleader for these more than 10 months you have taken, correct, for preparation of your CA inter journey?
Ma'am, my family is the first support which I get. I see many of my friends who are also doing CA or CMA, but the kind of support which they get from their family is very less. They also make the girls of the family work in the family. Like I don't know any work in my family. My parents take care of each and everything. Whenever I had to drink coffee, they will put and give it to me in the bed itself. So that kind of support I got from my parents. They never pressurized me. They even suggested me that you can go group wise. There is no pressure from our side. But I was so determined that I'll give both groups only. So, and also I used to participate in many competition. So whenever someone is doing CA, their parents might be thinking they have to study whole day, and they will restrict the students from participating in competition. But there was not even a single day where my parents told, why are you going for the competition, you can study, right? So that kind of support was given by my parents. And talking about my cheerleader, I had my mentor, like his name is Saksham, and each and every day I used to update him about my day, what I studied, what I did not study. And I think having a accountability partner in CA journey is very important, to whom like you actually have to say whether you studied or not. That made me even more disciplined, even more conscious, that if I waste time on social media also, at the end of the day I have to report that, so I might feel guilty. So that helped me a lot in my preparation.
I think that is very, very important to have that accountability partner just for yourself to know that you are on track.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think that is very important. The next one is about balancing college and CA. So I'm sure people in your class in college, they will be doing just college, correct? There will
Yes,
be very
ma'am.
minority of people who are doing CA plus college. So after college, they will go out, they will chill, they will party. So how did you manage that distraction in college life and post college life when your friends are doing something else, but you have to come back home and watch those lectures? So how did you manage that?
Yes, ma'am. So they are like, they'll be planning every week that we'll go somewhere out. But still, I also might have the cravings that I have to go with them. I have to enjoy. I have to have a social life. But what I thought is Sunday is the only day which I get for myself for whole day, like for the CA preparation. Until Saturday, I have my college. And if I compromise my Saturday, if I compromise my Sunday for fun, then I'll not be able to do the revision. Then whatever I learned in that week itself go waste, it will go in vain, because I'll not remember everything. So it was a very hard decision to restrict myself from going to the party celebration and all. But if I look back 1.5 years down the line, each and everything that I sacrificed became worthy.
Yeah, hard work truly pays off.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
the places you say no, if you say no to the right people at the right time, then definitely success is yours. And you are a walking example for that, I must say. The next one is about, you have taken that very conscious decision that you will say a no there and you will come back home and you will study all by yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? So most of the times, especially when you're watching recorded lectures, it's just you in the room. You will be watching the lectures, and once the lectures are over, you will be studying on your own. Did you at any point feel like this is a very lonely journey? What did you tell yourself when you felt that way?
To be honest, I felt I got this kind of feeling each and every day. Like I had to sit like all in my room. I'll be there, my laptop will be there, I'll put the AirPods in my ears, and that's all. Every day will be going like that only, and I might sometimes get bored by seeing all the four walls. Sometimes I even felt like, is CA really worthy for me? Because when I go for competitions, I really enjoy being on the stage. I enjoy like winning the prizes. But when I come home, I had to see the books again. So that felt frustrating for me. But I had like the manifestation. Like I had made the vision board where I manifested each and everything that I want to achieve, and seeing that gave me motivation. And many times I used to say that it is just like 1.5 years you have to study for inter, and you can enjoy the college life in next year also. But if you compromise now, then all the 3 years of college you have to study CA as well as college. You have to manage both. So I compromised everything for that ways by convincing myself.
That's amazing, Amirtha Varshini, and congratulations again for scoring 400 marks out of 600 marks. What is your next plan of action? Now that you have college also and you have to go for articles also, do you have like any firm in mind?
I'm planning to do articleship in Big Four, ma'am, especially in the stat audit section. So I think it's okay to take 1 year break now, because I have my college and I have been appointed as the Students' Union Vice President.
That's very nice. Congrats.
Thank you, ma'am. So I think I'll not be able to manage college and articleship together, and I'm also planning to learn everything in a detailed manner in my articleship. I don't want to rush things now, so I'm planning to complete start my articleship after my college, that is next year 2026. So for now I'll just be focusing on my college, and I'll start my preparation for CA final.
Super, Amirtha Varshini. Please send your resume.
Definitely,
whichever
ma'am.
contact I have, I will definitely push through the big fours for you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes. In school, how much did you score, Amirtha Varshini?
In my 12th standard, I got 96.2 percentage, ma'am.
96.2 percentage.
And I got CENTEM in 2 subjects.
Okay.
Information technology and economics.
Okay, economics and IT. That's very nice. But after you got so much marks in your 12th standard, did you feel like doing doctor or engineer? Why commerce and why CA?
I wanted to take commerce because when I was in 9th standard, I used to go to a tuition. There, till 10th, they will be taking all the subject. For 11th and 12th, they used to take commerce. So, whenever they teach something, I used to like put my ears and listen what they are teaching. And each and every concept which they taught in business studies, economics and all, it inspired me. Like, it till 10th standard, I used to be the topper, but I won't like enjoy studying. But I thought if I take commerce, I'll like enjoy studying. And then I took commerce in 11th and 12th. And each and like in the first exam of the 11th itself, I got like CENTEM in economics, business studies and accounts. So this was the passion which I had towards the subject. And I was also confused about what to do in my life. In my 11th standard, whenever my teachers used to ask me what you want to become, I say I don't know what I don't know what I want to become, but I know that I don't want to become CA. That because people around me like influenced me saying like CA is very tough. CA you will start CA at the age of 17, 18, but you'll complete at 30, 35. So that was a perception which people had towards CA and which stuck within me. But after 12th, I didn't have any clue of what I had to do. Since I had passion towards commerce, I thought why not do CA, because CA is one of the topmost profession in commerce. So randomly I started studying for CA. And on the very first day, I told my parents that I'll just give a try. Please don't like scold me or tell me anything. I'll like study foundation. If I clear foundation, I'll go for inter. Then if not, I'll switch my career path. So like don't say anyone also that I'm doing CA, because that was the insecurity which I had before pursuing CA. But the journey was in itself beautiful because the subjects are also interesting. And if we do any other profession, we can like practice in a limited manner, but when we do CA, we have expert level knowledge in each and every field. So I chose CA.
Very nice, Amirtha Varshini. Now, how did you study the practical subjects and how did you study the theory subjects? Did you have any strategy for that?
Yes, ma'am. For theory subjects, I had notes. Like for law, for SM, I didn't make any notes, but for law and audit, each and every chapter and each and every essay, I made a summary notes in my hands. I used to like turn my A4 sheet into horizontal manner, and like a booklet, I used to start writing everything. And I made sure that I write almost each and every point in such a manner that next time I don't even need to take the book. So I made sure like I made also colorful notes, because these are very dry subject, law, audit and all. So I made sure that my notes should be in such a colorful manner that next time when I want to study, I should be having the interest.
Yeah.
So I made the notes for law and audit. And talking about the practical subjects, I made a concept register. For example, in accounts, internal reconstruction chapter, there are only two concepts. The one is about the journal entries and the second one is about share surrender. So I made sure that I write only the concepts in a particular note, and for questions I'll be practicing in a separate notes. So whenever I want to revise this chapter again, I don't need to go through the books or revision lectures. I just need to open my concept register. I'll revise the concepts, I'll brush up the concepts, and I'll straight away go to my question bank and start preparing. So this was the main strategy which I followed throughout all the practical subjects, but this mainly helped me in accounts.
Usually, if I see students, for theory subjects, audit, SM and law, they will just see the book, they will read through what is given and they will turn. Again, they'll read and they'll turn. Is that the right way? What did you do? Did you like write and practice, or did you just read through your book?
I actually did not have time for writing practice, ma'am. So I just read again and again. So I thought if I would have given opportunity to go back and correct my mistake, this would be the mistakes. This would be one of the most important mistake which I like to correct. So I didn't do any writing practice for theory subjects. Had I did writing practice, I might have scored even better. So writing practice is very important when it comes to the in theory subjects.
Yeah, agreed. And how many revisions did you do before you went for the final exam?
I did around 3 to 4 revisions consciously before the exam, but during my preparation phase, I did multiple revision. Other than during the preparation phase, if you'll be asking, in the revision phase, I did 3 to 4 revision of all these subjects.
3 to 4 revisions of all 6 subjects.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing. Really amazing. That shows in your marks actually. And did you write any tests, ICAI mock test? Did you write that or?
Actually, I registered for the test, but I was not having the confidence to even write the test because I skipped most of the topics. Like, I was a person who used to cover 80% of the syllabus for in a 100% manner instead of focusing on 100% of the syllabus and completing only 80% in each and everything.
Okay.
So I skipped many, like some of the big topics in each and every subject. So I was not even having the confidence to write the test, but I think writing test will definitely be important to assess where we are and where we want to go.
Okay. For the main exam also you went with 80 percentage.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But just because the exams got postponed, I tried covering the remaining 20% in the 10 days. But for group 1, especially the tax and accounts, I left few topics which were very difficult. I don't want to pressurize myself saying I want to attempt 100% of the paper. And in accounts also, I just attempted 80 marks paper and I got 72. So I think it is not, if AS 19 and AS 16 are very tough, AS 15 are very tough, it's okay to leave those leave those topic instead of like worrying about them.
Okay. So, but whatever you studied for that 80 or 85 percentage, you gave 100 percentage to it.
Yes, ma'am.
So, in that chapter, whatever question they were able to ask, you will be able to answer it come what may.
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
have that kind of clarity, you're saying it's okay to leave out that 10 to 15
Yes, ma'am.
percentage. of the question.
Otherwise, we have to cover everything.
Super. It was great talking to you, Amirtha Varshini. Just one last thing. One advice for all the students who are heartbroken right now. Right now they would have seen unsuccessful, but they will have some hope somewhere in the future, but they don't know where to bounce back. Some advice to them.
Yes, ma'am. So I also spoke with many people who were unsuccessful. So the first thing is they are unable to accept the thing that I say gave them unfavorable result. So firstly, I would tell them to accept what the result came, and the next one is they have to do their own SWOT analysis of what are their strengths, what are their weakness, where they went wrong. And I say also release the suggested answers very early. All the subject suggested answers are available, and they'll have the question paper in their hand. They can like analyze what they written and what ICAI expected, so that they will have a fair idea of where they went wrong. And then they have to, like, if they are getting around 30 marks, I'm sure that they are conceptually okay. All they need to do is the revision and the MTPs, RTPs. Some of them might be like very good in concepts, but they might have not able to give 100% in the exam due to pressure. So those students can definitely join the test series and they can improve their marks. They can create an exam environment in their home and start writing the test. But if they are not clear with the concepts itself, I'll suggest them to go for the exam oriented batch so that they can get the basic conceptual clarity.
Thank you so much, Amirtha Varshini. You are an inspiration for so many students who are going to write the exam, and also an inspiration for me. I have not scored so much in my CA inter. So truly you are an inspiration, and thank you so much for coming, taking that effort for me. Thank you so much, Amirtha Varshini. It
Thank
means a
you
lot.
for inviting me.